So the president today stood alongside Laken Riley's mother, who gave emotional remarks as she honored her late daughter.
There's no amount of change that will ever bring back our precious Laken. Our hope moving forward is that her life saves lives.
Earlier today, I spoke with Alexis Nungaray. Her daughter Jocelyn, 12 years old, was murdered by members of the Venezuelan gang Tren de Agua last year. Alexis attended the signing ceremony at the White House today, and we spoke to her afterwards. Alexis Nungaray, thanks for being with us tonight here on the Hill. Appreciate it, Alexis. I can only imagine the emotions for you on this day, being in the White House, Laken Riley's mother there next to the president as the Laken Riley Act was signed into law. If you can, Alexis, what were those emotions like for you as it happened?
It was definitely bittersweet. You know, it's a tragedy that we have to be here in the first place, but it's so remarkable that we get to be here in honor of making change and doing something and protecting us as a nation and having more of a safety net as citizens. It was definitely surreal to be here.
I know you've spoken with President Trump in the past about your daughter, Jocelyn. What has he told you in the past, and how do you hope to keep her memory alive going forward?
He didn't come off to me as speaking to me like a president. He came off just like a normal person, like a human being who's a father, who has his own children, who couldn't put himself in my shoes because it's something that no one ever wants to think about. It's something no one can ever really put in grasp. So
right.
He was incredibly kind. He was incredibly kind and very humane, and just told me that he wished that this didn't happen because this shouldn't have happened to her, and that he was going to do everything he can to make change and to do better and to make sure that her memory and her legacy lives on.
Alexis, there is this national conversation that is taking place right now about immigration. We've seen illegal immigration, and we've seen the president's actions. Where do you think this conversation needs to head, and where would you like to see it head?
I would like for it to keep going in the way it's going. We are already making change. We are already having mass deportations happening, and it's a relief. It's a relief to see these flights going back with these individuals, because this should have happened years ago. These guys that took Jocelyn's life should have been on a flight just like that, and she'd still be here. But the fact that now we have someone in office who's actually going to make a difference and who actually speaks on his word and makes his promises happen, we need to keep happening, and we need to keep doing and going in the direction that we are going. We are going in a fantastic direction, and we need to get all of them out.
What is justice for your daughter? What is justice for Jocelyn?
Justice for Jocelyn would mean that we detain every illegal immigrant who comes here crossing the border illegally, committing a crime, that we don't allow people to just come here free will, that we actually properly vet everybody, and anyone who has any sort of record doesn't belong here. Justice would mean continuously activism and speaking out and speaking on the border security to make sure that this doesn't happen to any other children or families.
Alexis Nungaray, the mother of Jocelyn Nungaray, with us at the White House tonight there as the Laken Riley Act was signed into law. It is an honor to speak with you and meet you. Alexis, thanks for being with us tonight here on the Hill.
Thank you so much for your time. Have a good one.
Thank you for watching, and make sure you go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.